Hey gang, we've been working on an advanced digestion course for a long time now, and we're excited because we finally released it and just wanted to go over the people who may benefit the most from this. You know, fixing digestive symptoms or issues is really not about finding the right remedy, because every symptom or issue that can show up with your digestion has the ability to have 3 or 4 different underlying causes. So how is one remedy going to work for everybody dealing with that symptom? It just doesn't. In order to fix digestive issues, it's really about knowledge. Knowledge is the power that helps you understand what steps do I need to take for me, not what all the cool kids are doing, what's going to help me. So for over a decade, we've had a totally free digestion course available, and over 20,000 people have gone through this course and found significant answers for themselves. And the reason this free course has been so successful is because we teach people how to run simple tests at home using tools you can pick up like at a pharmacy or a health food store to get an idea of which digestive malfunctions are creating the symptoms that you're experiencing and steps you can take to improve those actual malfunctions. And it's our experience that a lot of people have been able to fix their digestive issues with this knowledge on their own. Just check the comments in any of our videos. You're going to see people talking about how they've created improvements. But some people are dealing with either more severe malfunctions or more complicated cases. I was a complicated case. It took me a long time to figure out my stuff. I had a lot of different things going wrong, and sometimes people have different layers of things going wrong that they kind of have to work through. So they either need more advanced steps to take or a more advanced understanding of all these circumstances to get a better idea of the roadmap that's really going to get them through this. So we created this advanced course where we kind of help people troubleshoot some of the things that they haven't been able to resolve. So if you haven't been through that free course, we'll put the link in the description below so you can sign up and get going. It's totally free. You move through at your own pace, and most people are going to be able to find their answers in that course, which is why that's really where you want to start. You want to start with the basics before you jump into advanced stuff. So go through that free course first. But with this advanced course, we put this into our private membership so that we can share all the information with you that we can normally only share with clients. So some people that can really benefit from this advanced course are people that are dealing with severe or chronic constipation that they haven't been able to correct. A lot of people just feel like, oh, well, my mom was constipated, and they've been constipated their whole life, so they think that's just part of their personality, and they don't know that they can correct that issue. So usually when it's really chronic for that long, or a person is taking the steps that we suggest and they're not seeing the success that they want to see, it's usually because there's multiple issues that they need to understand how to work through. Same with any kind of chronic diarrhea or loose stool issues. And if stool is loose, you really want to fix that. You know, you're not really assimilating all the nutrients in your food if it's all screaming through your system. But a lot of people feel like, oh, well, I have a fancy name diagnosis, so that's why I have chronic diarrhea and butt soup every day. And they don't understand that just because it's a fancy name, there's still an actual underlying cause that's creating the diagnosis of that fancy name. So if a person can understand those underlying causes, who's to say they can't take steps to create at least some improvement for themselves? People with acid reflux, and that was me. I lost my voice for 8 years because 28 different doctors couldn't help me figure out what was going wrong. And so with acid reflux, there's a lot of different layers that can go wrong and really contribute to the problem. And so we go through a lot of different steps and understandings of acid reflux to help people work through that issue. Severe bloating or indigestion, and I eat food and it sits there like a rock for 6 hours. A lot of times people need help working through that. And any kind of nausea or loss of appetite issues. We hear from a lot of people that are like, I just don't want to eat anything. I'm miserable every time I eat, so why should I even eat? And this advanced course really helps people get through those issues. Now, beyond those basic symptoms that are the most common symptoms, we go into more depth and provide more advanced information on people who are having trouble improving their low stomach acid issues, or who can't get their bile to flow correctly. Sometimes when bile hasn't been flowing for a long time, a person might really need to be aggressive and understand the things that they're doing that are working against their progress. A lot of times people are like, hey, I took these steps and it didn't work, but they're doing 3 or 4 things that are working against themselves more powerfully than the steps that they're taking to try and improve the situation. Digestive overgrowth is probably one of the most complicated issues because there's such a wide variety of varmints that can come in and set up camp and create trouble. So we have an extensive section on more advanced steps that a person can take to really move past that, especially things like SIBO and SIFO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or a fungal overgrowth. Those are things that can really get tricky. H. pylori can be really difficult to really get into, and I've never made a video about that. I'll try to make one pretty soon, but we do go over this a lot in this advanced course. People dealing with gastritis and ulcers often have a hard time because a lot of times those are caused by low stomach acid issues that have allowed an overgrowth to come in and create all this inflammation in the stomach. But they can't increase their stomach acid because they have all this inflammation or like an open wound of an ulcer in there. It's really going to hurt when you do that. So we kind of walk through steps that a person can take to try to decrease that inflammation and create some healing before they try to correct any malfunctions. We go over some pancreatic dysfunction. People really get confused about that a lot. And one of the big sections that's really important is helping people walk through how to do a full microbiome restoration where a lot of people do work to wipe out all these bad guys. Oh, I fixed a SIBO issue, but they don't do the right things to really set up this good gut flora in the large intestine so that they can police the situation when bad guys do come in. So we need that good gut flora. There's a lot of new evidence showing all these things that it can really improve beyond just digestive symptoms. There's all these other health issues that seem to be able to have the ability to improve when you can get that right. People dealing with gallstones or significant gallbladder attacks on a frequent basis. We have a really extensive section on helping people get past that. And a really big problem, one of our most popular videos is always just the steps that can help after someone's had their gallbladder removed. Somebody gets their gallbladder yanked, the doctor's like, all right, have a good day. People tell us all the time, nobody told me what to do. Nobody told me I could help my situation by taking steps to improve my digestion after that's been removed. So we go into more depth in this advanced course on things because a lot of people will run into trouble where, oh, I'm trying to fix this part of my digestion, but now I'm creating a loose stool without my gallbladder, or I have all this reflux that happens. So we go over some more complicated steps that can help a person figure out how to improve their digestion after gallbladder removal when the basic steps are not doing it for them. And we also go over some steps that can help some of these stubborn imbalances that we talk about, like somebody dealing with an electrolyte deficiency imbalance or a catabolic or anabolic imbalance that we talk about in a lot of our videos. Sometimes people need a little more help getting those imbalances corrected. And when you can correct those imbalances, it can really improve a wide variety of health issues beyond just digestion, things like anxiety and insomnia and depression and all these things that we talk about in a lot of videos. Sometimes someone just needs a little bit of help fixing a severe imbalance that's been there for a really long time. So we're excited because we know that this advanced information has been helping our clients see improvements for a really long time. So we're excited to see what you can do with this knowledge as well. Now, if you haven't taken that free course, check that link in the description below the video and go through that first. But if you've already been through this and you want to check out this advanced course, we set it up so pretty much anybody can afford to do this and find their answers. Plus, since this is in our private membership, that includes our private Facebook support group. So if people get stuck, they can ask questions and our coaches help point people in the right direction to figure out their answers. And we'll put a link so you can check out a quick video going through how to sign up and how to get going in this private organization so you can dig into this advanced information. I can't wait to hear about your results.
TC Hale is not a doctor and does not claim to be a doctor or licensed in any type of medical field. Don't be an idiot and use anything heard on the show as medical advice. This information should be used for educational purposes only, and you should contact your doctor for any medical advice. Now get off me.